A while ago, I said on this app that we wouldn't be surprised about the Epstein files if we were looking for the Epstein files that exist inside our relationships. Because the whole system is designed to groom people, specifically women, to be objects to be used at the dispense of men. I even challenge people to think of any area that was completely safe for women. Never gotten an answer, by the way. As CNN releases their reporting on websites that host content of men literally raping their own wives, drugging them, teaching other men how to do it, and then paying them for the videos. And these are men that have been in committed relationships. Their wives, one guy was like 20 years, and he just confessed after church one day that he had been like crushing up his kids' sleep meds, putting them in her tea at night, and raping her for years. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to be an elite to be an Epstein. And the reason we need to talk about it is because these behaviors do not happen in a vacuum. This is how men are socialized under the system of domination and control that we live under, called the patriarchy, with some white supremacy and capitalism and imperialism sprinkled on top. And of course, not every man goes down this road, but we're seeing that you don't have to be elite to go down this road. Lots of men feel so entitled to the bodies of women, even their committed partners, that instead of going to therapy and working on their issues and unpacking these entitlements, they'd rather go to a website and figure out how to rape their wife without them knowing. But that grown-ass man who is now raping his wife was once a young boy. So how do these behaviors develop, and what do they look like when they're subtle? Because it's not like a man wakes up one day and goes, you know what? They grow into these behaviors based on what they've been taught to believe about themselves and about others and about women in particular and what women owe them. Patriarchal framework masculinity is often transactional. I'm the provider, protector. I work, look at everything that you have, therefore I am owed something from you. It doesn't dawn on him that he's essentially treating his partner like a sex worker. Look at what I've paid for. Under patriarchy, men are conditioned not to see women as full humans. They're meant to see women as objects, something for their own personal fulfillment. This turns a partner from a full person with their autonomy to an asset that is owned. If you believe that, if you think that, it's not a lot of steps to get to the idea that you should be able to rape your wife. This happens with boundaries. It has been said time and time and time again, and we all need to internalize this. If they don't respect your boundaries, they don't respect you. That means they don't love you. And so this playful testing that men do of the boundaries, oh, you really like that show? Oh, I would have picked something else. Are you sure you don't want to go there? It gets replayed in the bed. Baby, it's been so long. I've just missed you so much. I've been working so hard. You already said no. You can see how if they don't respect your no's and the small things, it's not much of a leap to decide that they can violate your consent in order to rape you. Because love under patriarchy is about possession and control. Will often weaponize their protector status in order to justify surveilling you. They want to know your password. They want to have your location on your phone. They want to be able to have access to your phone at all times, or they monitor who you follow and who you interact with on social media, and then they question you about it. Again, not respecting boundaries, not respecting autonomy. It's ultimately about power and control, but they'll wrap it up and just say that they're concerned, that they just want you to be safe, that they're not worried about you, they're worried about other people. Power and control. Sometimes they will create these big romantic narratives. One of the things that was revealed in the CNN reporting is that a lot of these guys have this big external persona. They look like the perfect dad. They look like the perfect husband. They look like the nice guy. And this is coming from someone who looks like a nice guy. With you, they will often craft these narratives. You're my soulmate. You're my twin flame. No one understands me like you do. I get you. I really, truly do. We've been through so much together. This is all emotional manipulation, designed to keep you from questioning if you're safe in the relationship. This is often used as a tactic to isolate you from the people around you. Like a lot of these behaviors, they're to train you slowly into compliance. It eventually becomes easier to just give them what they want instead of fighting back. Think of an abused dog whose leash is on too tight. Then the one controlling that leash comes and loosens it up, and the animal feels grateful. But you're still being controlled. You're still on a leash. All of that is by design. It's to train you to accept the normalization of these shitty, abusive behaviors. And you can see that if these subtle things are happening, even if they don't fall all the way into those online groups and those message boards, male entitlement is still there. and it's still just as dangerous. These are not things I'm making up. This is all well researched. This is all well studied. Epstein files is not an anomaly. These websites are not an anomaly. They're socialized to have low empathy and are socialized to believe that everything that they do gets them some sort of reward. Normally, you. Also conditioned to center their own experience. Get you as weak or hysterical, or these emotions that you're having, these feelings that you're having are all because you're on your period. That's just sexism and misogyny at play in your relationships in order to gaslight you and keep you submissive and controlled. Frequent violating of consent. It's one thing to rape your wife and post the video. You disrespect her on the regular. Both of those, different in degree, come from the same entitlement. Since you're an object and since you're a prize, your boundaries are actually a challenge to the hero, not an expression of your autonomy to be honored and respected. Because again, like I said before, if he doesn't respect your boundaries, he doesn't respect you. I guarantee you that all of these men that are in those forums claim that they love their wives and they would protect their wives and they would take a bullet for their wives, as long as she does what she's supposed to do. If you don't, and that man has not taken the time and done the work, a lot of fucking work to unpack their entitlements, they will find a way to get what they want out of you. They may not be crushing up sleep meds in your tea. They may lie to you all the time. They may gaslight you. They may darvo you. And again, all of those behaviors come from the same place.